So Equip Academy sets itself very differently. We tend to lean towards a smaller group class. We try to make sure that our student to teacher ratio is very small. We want to make sure that they are getting the attention that they need. And that's the first thing that sticks out. We have a very, very curated curriculum to make sure that it's constantly tweaked. We pivot when we need to, but make sure that they are getting to those certain points where they need to be so that we can continue along getting them comfortable so that when they leave our actual course, they're confident to start booking work. The second thing that sticks out from our class versus others is the amount of product we actually burn through to get through the curriculum. Typically on just for paint protection film, you're looking at between 2 to 3 rolls per person, per class. And that's just for a foundation class. We really want to focus on that volume, the amount of reps, because when you're here in our presence, that's the opportunity to install.
When we got here, my son and I had been through a 4-day install with another gentleman who did great work, but we were more observing. With this 4-day training, we had about an hour and a half of introduction to the software to see how it works with the plotter, but then it was all hands-on from there. They gave us a brief demonstration of an install of the hood and the fenders, and then they said, "You're on."
It differs very much from your typical manufacturer training, which range from 1 to 2 to 3 days. And you just don't get enough experience. You don't get enough installing. And just because someone is actually good at installing doesn't mean they're good at teaching people. We are focusing on bringing on the right staff. That staff has experience and extensive knowledge within the industry so that they can take that next step in their professional career to give back. That's why we've created the system that we have, because the people that are actually doing the education and teaching not only can install, but actually know how to teach people, know how to stop, listen, pay attention, advocate. And it's that type of skill that's learned. The ability to basically sit there and know how to adjust and pivot from each individual that comes through. That's why we keep them small, because if you have a big group, you lose that personal attention to every individual that's there because they all learn differently. No one learns the same. So we're slowly building out our team to be able to provide support, consulting, and really close that loop for mentorship so that way our customers actually have reliable resources to ask questions and get support that they need. Most of the industry, we have lots of small mom and pop shops, which there's nothing wrong with that. And we expect the education system to be ran by the manufacturer, which in essence, it's a little swayed in one direction and very biased. And so that allowed us to see through a certain vision for the education side, where we have the ability to actually teach an unbiased curriculum, make sure that people come through our system and know brand alone has nothing to do with it.
So when we went through PPF training, my wife and I, we had no prior experience or knowledge of PPF. We never saw it, never touched it, never installed it. When we left there, at the end of the 4 days, we were completely equipped to start installing. It gave us a solid foundation of how to use the plotter, how to manage the film, also, the foundation of mixing solutions and installing the film. So it really set us on the right path right away.
You want to feel confident enough to actually go back, book work, and take as much time necessary to get the job done at the standard it needs to be at. That's what I feel we do differently. And we make sure that you understand that you're coming in knowing that you're not being certified as an installer immediately after the 4 days, because it's only 4 days for our foundation class. From the student's perspective, for the business owner sending someone to learn, be patient. But as I said before, they're not going to be an expert when they leave. They're going to be competent enough to be dangerous. And so you've got to give them a little bit of wiggle room to come back, make mistakes. You've got to be supportive. make sure that they know that when they come back, that you're going to fill their plate and make sure that you set them up for success.
Jamie delivered. You're not going to find a better setup to learn, especially as a beginner, to learn how to do things the right way.
We were able to try and make an impact, like I was before, to help make better versions of people than themselves. And, you know, we're going on year 3 right now, so it's been exciting. I love it. I love being in it, and there's so much more for us to do that I love making an impact in people's lives.